There's far too much of this Steve Swift stuff on NAWA. Holy Christ! Getting better this week, you see, with the old voce. There's far too much of Steve Swift, or maybe not enough. But I mentioned twice this week, which is nice. More of this in a minute, but first of all, let's deal with this VSP, Curtis not being happy situation, as he says, for episode 401. 401. That's it, yeah. 401. I can't do it. Anyway, he's not happy to be facing the Moonshine Express. He will be facing them later, but they're number one contenders. As he says, there's a rerun. We've done this already. We've beaten them, which they have. Now, nice to see Guy tonight. With modelling some of Sheikh Ishtar's merchandise, his merch, Sheiky Mama, it says on the t-shirt. Extraordinary. And of course he doesn't make himself known at all. He just babbles along, and in the time-honoured wrestling way of that kind of things. Great. Now, Steve Allen is facing Thomas Extreme. This is going to be a good match because they can both go. And it is really quick, fast, frenetic. Allen ties up the legs to begin with, but then slaps him and walks away. He's naughty. He's showing a bit of disrespect. There was good mat wrestling, good avoidance. Allen gets a kick from the outside as Extreme goes to dive. Later on, Extreme will dive out into the ether of the outside and stick that dive beautifully. Sweet tilt-a-whirl knees to the chest, though, really nicely done from Steve Allen, who can wrestle, you know. He's not just an ego, he can wrestle. So, they're like me, I'm not just an ego, I can podcast. There's a punch as Extreme comes off the top. So he's doing quite a lot of that high-flying stuff. Steve Allen has clearly watched tape. He then hurts his knee, or seems to, on a moonsault miss, but then hits a lovely draping code breaker, or lung blower, I think Michael Elliott, who's commentating with Curtis, says, and that's fair enough. Sudden back breaker from Extreme, precise backstabber as well for a long 2 count, and a sudden blue thunderbomb for 2.999 recurring from Steve Allen. Back suplex from Allen. He misses a senton though, and Extreme gets that macho elbow. He's straight up there, straight off for the pin. He really maximises his opportunity. Really good, really fast, really frenetic. And Golden Gladiator 2 thinks I'm Taylor Swift. And not, except at the weekends. You never see us in the same room together, you see, at that time. He says that I seem to like Guy tonight. Too much. And I just like talent. Which is why I don't really like Golden Gladiator 2. However, I do like this rambling, almost incoherent promo, which is very nice. He's here for Big Donny. As you know, he famously hurt Big Donny's title chances by sorting him out in that respect. And now we've got the Silver Fox as the champion. But he says he's past his expiration date. He's hung around and he's become a kind of legend. Has Donny Sr. His dad drank himself to death because Donny was his son. It's a little bit near the knuckle, to be honest. But still really entertaining. But if I was Big Donny, I wouldn't be very happy. Now, Moonshine Express versus VSP. Non-title, this one. And, of course, Dusty Wolf cocks a leg. Gets big shots to Curtis, a Rana, Hurricane that is, a Bulldog. Curtis Robertson sells this very well. An arm drag, he holds on and bites the fingers. BNB is then in with the back elbow and a slam and a fist drop, and it's going well. He then says he's going to stomp him around the twig and berry region, which Elliot says he's going to stomp him in the willy. Really good. He then introduces him to Uncle Elmer, the stomach. And as he says, it's Steve Swift's favourite move. Well, they both get it. That was double delight for me, wasn't it? They bail, and then tease getting back in. They then give us arm work, and that's called by Michael Elliott, and quite right too, Michael. There is that lovely Moonshine Express wheelbarrow slam. Dusty gets a triple Johnny, which is his 3 suplex thing, and a springboard leg drop for a 2 count. VSP get BNB, Big Nasty Bastard, down, really work on him. I mean, at one point, Curtis takes him down with a wrist lock. Really nice. And then we get the extraordinary thing that Dusty Money, because Curtis Robertson pulls BNB into his trajectory, gets hit with a missile dropkick, and then my man, the Monolith, picks him up. Picks the big Norris DeBorston up for a Samoan drop. And then we've got Robertson holding him for the clothesline from Marn for the pin, and it was brilliant. They are a brilliant tag team. And people thought the Moonshine Express worked well together. They ain't seen VSP, have they? And that's great. I'm loving this. And not just because I get mentioned a lot. I'm loving it because it's good. Ta-ta.